Okay, some people ask me, what about air purifiers? Will that take care of the problem? The nature of the types of pollution that we're talking about, there's really three different things that present a problem for us. Moisture, which is probably the easiest to see. We've also got gases that build up. These tend to be difficult sometimes to know that they're there. Radon is a gas, very small. It's on the atomic chart. It's an atom, and it's a breakdown component of uranium. Seeps in through our foundations. Very small, colorless, odorless. Unless you test, you never even know it's there. Formaldehyde, that would be a gas. So there'd be a number of different gases that present potential problems for us. And then we've got particulates. Okay, so pollen, mold spores, dust mites, all of these are particulates in the air. So those are basically the three categories that we look at when we're talking about air quality. So the question of, does an air purifier take care of the problem? And I guess, we'd have to ask, well, what is an air purifier? Okay, there's many different types out there that you may run into. And the first question would be, well, okay, what exactly is it, quote unquote, purifying? What's it doing to the air? What's it taking out of the air? You've seen maybe ozone generators or air ionizers, and they were and they still are being marketed as air purifiers. Problem with that is, and this has been found out, is that they cause a bigger problem than they solve. Actually, the ozone reacts with particles in the air and actually create VOCs. And we know those to be a real problem in the air that we're breathing. So I don't believe you could consider that an air purifier. Granted, it does kill some of the things in the air, but if it's creating a problem, I'm not sure that's the solution that we really should be looking at. You can look at a filter. So you hear about different types of filter. You have MERV ratings. You'll have pleated filters. You'll have electrostatic filters. You'll have charcoal filters. You'll have HEPA filters. And basically what these filters do is they capture the particles that are in the air. HEPA filters are very effective in getting very small particles. The problem with them is they don't do anything about moisture, and they don't do anything about the gases that are in the air. Okay, so I don't know, again, if I would consider that air purification. It's certainly, some of them do a really good job with particles, but is it really purifying the air? You've got devices that will send light. You run the air through a UVA or UVB that is designed to kill bacteria and living things that are in the air. But again, do they deal with gases? Do they deal with moisture? Do they deal with all the particles? So the best approach, my opinion, and I think in a lot of people's opinions that would call themselves experts in this field, would be to first of all stop those things from getting into the house. Okay, that would be a logical first step. The reality is, can we stop all of them from being in there? And the answer is no. So as far as a strategy that takes into account moisture, particles, and gases, the strategy of dilution and replacement, which is what air exchange is, ventilation is, we're picking up the pollutants in the air, everything that's in the air, and we're sending it outside, and then we're bringing in from the outside fresh air. And arguably, in most cases and at most times, the air outside is significantly better than the air inside. There are some cases where that wouldn't be true, but then I'd have to ask, well, what is the alternative at that point? Because that air is going to try to work its way in. And we're certainly creating pollution on the inside. So I don't know about you, but Los Angeles at times, that's a real problem. But we don't have that here in Maine. So the question is, will an air purifier take care of the problem? I haven't seen one yet that really deals with all of them. But when we're doing air exchange, we're picking everything that's in the air, we're moving it out, we're bringing in fresh air, and essentially we're we're diluting down the concentration levels. And our goal is to get them down to a point where they don't present a real significant issue for us. So the answer to will an air purifier do it? Part of it, but no, not the whole picture.